Tuesday night baseball set to come your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Both Sox have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this is a very unique pitcher. He is really tough to hit when runners get into scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't give up many runs. We'll see if he can continue to do that in this one.
In now, Elvis Andrus. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Texas, shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
First delivery to him on the way. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Santana handles it for the first out of the game. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
And here's the second-generation big leaguer DELINO DESHIELDS. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez, he's 1 for 4. Here's the first pitch to him. Right over the middle, knee high. Rodriguez has found success in his career at limiting base hits. He usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
So next to the plate for Texas, Adrian Beltre. And check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. Beltre behind with an 0-2 count now.
0-2. Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Now the 0-2 to Beltre. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Is looked at and the count moves full.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Doug Fister gets the starting assignment for the Rangers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Now to the plate, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading off
first.
for the Red Sox, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Line shot to first, and there's one away. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan? Please ask.
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He hit 7 home runs last month. That's a legit power threat. When you start looking at that over the course of a long season, he's putting up some big numbers. This guy's got great power.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Lifetime against Doug Fister. Just a 3 for 13 batting line. First delivery to him on the way. There's a strike. Ball 1. Popped him up. Gallo shading to his right. 2 down. Now it's a plate. Xander Bogaerts looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit up.
I feel like when you're facing a 2-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 2. Called strike 2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. 2 out, nobody on. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Down in order go the Red Sox. Still no score. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Joey Gallo.
Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Seared down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back, and it's gone into the monster seats. Big Joey Gallo leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 13 for him on the year. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Standing in now, Robinson Chirinos. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. A dozen home runs and 36 RBIs. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Bases are empty here. Nobody out. One and two to the Rangers catcher.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And let's take a look at outfielder Mookie Betts. You can make the argument he's the most dynamic player in our sport. Don't try and come inside with a fastball because it's getting turned around. But I don't think people realize how good he patrols the outfield. The ability to play all three positions with speed and a bazooka for an arm.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Swihart is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball one.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Rangers are in the run column first on the strength of this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Texas. Here's J.D. Martinez. First at-bat for him here as he enters play 7th in the American League in round triples. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Martinez, a native Floridian. He was a 20th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Striding in for Boston, Eduardo Nunez. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, the pitch. Line hard. Foul. Martinez on at first. Nobody out. Skied into straightaway right. Mazara's on his horse. He's got it one away.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And let's focus on third baseman Adrian Beltre, a future Hall of Famer. Nothing this guy can't do. Probably the best in the business at coming in on that slow roller with that underhand bazooka to first base.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Runners on first with one down. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Steele, running.
And there he goes towards second. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. The 2-2. Ground ball right side. And the Red Sox have their first hit of the ball game.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
Next up for the Red Sox, Domingo Santana. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there. Looking at his career totals, Santana carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. First and second now, one man out. Now a ground ball for Andrus at short. This could be two. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One left for the Red Sox. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. So next to the plate for Texas, Rougned Odor. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Carlos.
Digging in, Carlos Calderon, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. The 1-0 home. Is a fastball that misses. One out, nobody on. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Froze him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he held up in time, but it's strike three called, and there are two down.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's too high, ball two.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last two pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
Outside, 3-0 now. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Striding in once again, DELINO DESHIELDS 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Don't want to forget about him. Now the 1-0 misses down below the knees.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
2-0 count. The pitch taken, strike 1 on the inside corner.
Don't know for sure, but I think he may have been taking there thinking his teammate on first was going to be on the move.
And the 2-1. Hard on the ground towards short. Gloved by Bogarts. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Rangers leave 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland.
Leading off for the Red Sox, first baseman, Moreland.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is grounded foul. Popped him up. And this will land foul. Here it comes, 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. On to first with it is Andrus, and it's in time, 1 away.
Batting ninth, catcher,
Digging in the switch hitter, Blake Swihart. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Here's Mookie Betts. Drilled on the ground to short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
PEDROIA.
Into the box, Dustin PEDROIA, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
The 0-1 delivery. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And Odor will tuck this one in, and that ends the inning. Red Sox lead one. They still trail 1-0. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. And Pedroia will stretch, but it's into center field for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
How about it?
Hey, you knock that donut off the bat, you look up at the Jumbotron, your batting average is above 300 and still climbing. You're feeling pretty froggy about yourself.
Here's Joey Gallo now as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second.
Yeah, in his last at bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
This is the cat and mouse that I love right here. You take the pitcher deep last time up. Now you're 2-0 again. No way he gets a fastball right here.
A 2-1 count to the Rangers' first baseman. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. There's a changeup over the outside corner. This is on the ground over to first. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Now batting, captain, Robinson Chirinos.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Robinson Chirinos comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He can put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Beltre on second. Gallo at first with no outs. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3-0 pitch. Finds the zone, strike one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Sent toward first, but this is speared by the first baseman.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tommy.
Digging in to try it again. Tommy Joseph 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. For the current campaign, Joseph hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
The right fielder, number 30, Nomar Mazara.
Into the box, Nomar Mazara looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And that misses 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Here's Rougned Odor now. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. First time up, he went down looking. And he takes strike 2.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Ready for another chance? Xander Bogaerts was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Xander Bogaerts.
First pitch on its way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 3-0 now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
3-0 fastball's in for a strike. The 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Threw a base on balls his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Bogarts aboard here at first with nobody out. Throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn, and that's out number one. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Rangers' road to the show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. So striding in, Eduardo Nunez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one.
Let's get something going.
That's a ball.
And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
2-0 pitch on the way. Hit hard to third. Fielded by Beltre. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Andrew Benintendi, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Benintendi hits a little over the 270 mark. Here comes the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Odor has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Texas is out in front, 1-0. Up next for the Rangers, Carlos Calderon. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First delivery to him on the way. Called strike over the outside corner. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bats on the run. One down. So the base is empty here with one away, and it's back to the top of the lineup now for Elvis Andrus. First offering on its way. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. He's got himself a 1-out single.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And it'll be too late to get Andrus as he's safe at second base. So he's in safely there following the one-out steal of second. And with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year. And we see that these guys are currently in third place in the AL in that department. Andrus, a runner at second with one away. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
And it's fouled away. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer at that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Let's hold him, guys. Let's hold him.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One left for Texas, but they're up 1-0. Now batting, Domingo Santana. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Pitch on the way. Missed with a breaking ball. Santana in front, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. 3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
3-0 pitch. Is laid off, but in there for strike one. And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now.
Count is 3-2.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw down to first, 1 away. There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
And a waste pitch there. 1-2. Hard hit toward the hole. Beltre has it. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Blake Swihart, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Here's Joey Gallo now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
First pitch of the at-bat. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Digging in once again, Robinson Chirinos. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. One run, 5 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. 1-1 to Chirinos. It's 1-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. As he'll ground the first pitch foul off to the right side. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Rangers lead this one 1-0. Here's Mookie Betts, and at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
First delivery to him on the way. On the ground now for Beltre at third. And Beltre throws on to first for the out.
Second baseman number 3,
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Now the pitch. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
The shortstop, number 2, Sander Bogarts.
Ready for another shot now, Sander Bogarts. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
The windup and the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up, ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Bogarts will head for second, and this will kick up against the wall near the Red Sox bullpen. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, J.D. Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Bogarts stands at second with 2 gone. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
2-0 count, the pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Looking up is DeShields. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 23 for him thus far, and the Red Sox move in front. It's 2-1.
There are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. And this guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
In now, Eduardo Nunez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Now the 1-1 pitch is a sinker in the dirt. 2 out, nobody on. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Outside and a full count, 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. sinker misses. Ball 4.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Now in the box, Andrew Benintendi, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll dive back in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, now the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Well, that definitely caught me off guard there. That wasn't exactly the typical steal situation with 2 outs and a runner on second. I can't say I agree with the strategy, but at the same time, now he can score a lot of different ways.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. To 2-2 now.
Looped under that one with that swing, which tells me he was probably anticipating it being a sinker.
Men on third with 2 down. Three and 2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Count still full. 3 and 2. And the payoff pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. Right side. And he has delivered on 3 and 2 as he comes up big. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Rose. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you, you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
Ranger skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the mound. And his arrival on the mound will signal the end for Doug Fister.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 57, Garrett.
Stepping in now, Domingo Santana. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
2-0 count. The pitch hit on the ground out to short. Andrus fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Boston. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Leading off the inning, Nomar Mazara, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here's Rougned Odor now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
A full count for Odor. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-10 sign on the monster. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Now the Red Sox skipper's up out of the dugout and on his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 47, Tyler Thornburg.
Digging in to try it again, Carlos Calderon. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and 1 strike. Now the 0-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Here's Elvis Andrus now. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Odor at second with 2 down. Swing and a ground ball to third. But this will get foul for strike 2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Nunez will put this one away, and the side is retired. Rangers leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Ready for another shot now. Mitch Moreland try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Moreland.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike 3s and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Two and 1 to the Red Sox first baseman. Three balls and a strike. The count to Moreland.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Into the box now, Blake Swihart, as he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mookie Betts. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1.
This game is getting interesting real quick. The last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. The 1-2. This one's down to third. Beltre's there. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. 1-1.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
2 outs here with a runner at third. In there, 1-2 now.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Working to keep them in the game here. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, and it's still 3-1. Leading off the inning, DELINO DESHIELDS, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 39, Carson Smith.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Adrian Beltre. Popped high in the air. Bogarts moving to his left. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Joey Gallo now. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First offering on its way. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Missed with a slider. Here he comes on 2-0. Nope. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The hitter was dug in looking for something to hit, but he would have needed a telephone pole to hit that thing way out of the zone.
Ready once again, Robinson Chirinos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Heavy sinker just stayed inside.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
That's inside. 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. And that one right down Main Street.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
The 2-1. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tommy Joseph in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Just got a piece up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Another 2-2 offering. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Rangers leave a pair, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Tony Barnett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 43, Tony Barnett.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
First pitch of the at-bat. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Come on, Boston!
Started that swing a bit too early.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Here's the 0-2. The ball hit to Andrus at short. Right to him. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Here's J.D. Martinez. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-0 home. Taken on the inside corner for strike one. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. On to Lansdowne and gone. So a solo shot down the line in left, his second of the game, and with it, the Red Sox have taken a 4-1 lead.
A 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 8th is tough for a visiting team to overcome. But they've got 3 outs left, and after that homer, they're going to need to string together some hits to make a game of this thing.
Into the box, Eduardo Nunez. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Good cutter there, and he's got him behind the 8 ball now, 0-2.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's Beltre. Throw in time at first for route number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Fouled off. Hits are even at 7 apiece.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, don't take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
In now, Domingo Santana. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. We could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Takes this the other way to right. Mazara is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. The Red Sox tack on 1 more thanks to the solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Rangers. It's now 4-1 Boston. Welcome back to baseball on the show from Beantown, Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Craig Kimbrell comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. NOMAR Mazara is charged with trying to start a rally in the 9th as they go to work against Kimbrell.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
Kimbrell pauses. Here's the first pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit hard down the line. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Here's Rougned Odor now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
A strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 home. A bouncer up the middle and bobbled out there by Pedroia. And pretty fortunate here as they do wind up getting the out at first, although the runner will advance to second. Digging in once again, Carlos Calderon. He flew out in his last at bat. From the belt, the pitch hit the other way out toward right field. Pedroia has a play. 2 gone. Here's Elvis Andrus now, and in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, he's 1 for 3. Set and the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Mazara stands at second with 2 gone. And he lays off for ball 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves, only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Texas down to their final strike in this one. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Boston Red Sox rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Eduardo Rodriguez earns his 6th winning decision in this one, striking out 12 in the process. Craig Kimbrell wraps it up for the save, his 31st of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.